CES fourth graders, Miss G here. Today we're going to start preparing you for your Blue Belt. And I am excited because we get to learn 2 new notes on your recorder. Now I'm going to zoom in with you on Thursday and I will help you further with this, but I think it's good to get a jump on things, don't you? So, if you've been playing your recorder and earning your belts, I am super proud of you. If you haven't started yet, it's not too late to start. It doesn't matter how far we've gone. What matters is you start where you are and you can look back. I've done a video for all of the belts starting with, I believe, the green belt to help you start with your new note, low D, or excuse me, low E. Then we added low D. And today we're going to add 2 new notes. We're going to add a high C and a high D. At the bottom of the page for this particular Blue Belt song number 6, it's showing you C and D. And again, these are high pitch. It's showing you the C that is 1, 2, 3 on the 3rd space of the music staff, and the D that is on the 1, 2, 3, 4th line of the music staff. So those are quite high. Those are getting up there, okay? So we learned our very first notes were B, A, and G. And these are the next 2 notes going up the scale from B. So if we go A, B, then we get to C, D. We're actually going up. If we went the opposite way, we went A, G, F, E. We go backwards in the scale, right? Because scales go forward and backwards in music, all right? Hopefully I didn't just confuse you. All right, so today, let's review the notes we know and let's go on to the 2 new ones as well, all right? So we started with the note, and everybody get your recorders if you don't have them out. Get a pencil if you don't have one, and get your packet with your songs and turn to number 6, okay? While you're turning, I'm going to do the review. Our first note that we learned was 1 finger, 1 thumb in the back, covering that hole completely. That was B. We added a finger. That was A. We added a finger. That was G. Then we added 2 fingers on the next set of notes with our right hand. Remember, the top 3 were left hand. Now we added the 2. This was E, and then 1 more for D, okay? So this was our 6 notes that we know so far. B, A, G, 5, E, D. Okay, so we know 5 notes. Now, today we're adding 2 more, all right? They must be thinking you're getting good because you're adding 2 more notes. The next one, as it's showing in the picture, is going to use the top half of your recorder only. Remember, this black dot in the back is for your thumb, so you know it's going to be covered. And this is showing you out of the top 3 notes, which are B, A, G, to only use the middle one, okay? So that would be your thumb. And then if I go to my first set, I'm going to only put down the middle. That's it. That note is C. Let's listen to C. Great sound, right? Okay, so I'm going to review all my notes. Here's my notes from B, A, G, E, D, and then high C. Here we go. So I've added that lovely C. Yay, that's going to open up a whole new amount of music for you, right? Good. The next note that it's showing, the D, which is 1 note up from C. Can you see that if I were to put the note, let's put a C right next to, or a D right next to C and see if it would look like it was going up or down. Here's my C and here's my D. It's going toward the ceiling. If I hold my music up, it's going that way. So the D is higher than the C. And do you notice the D has got the middle key down just like the C, but it doesn't have the thumb down. So all you do to play from C to D is lift up your thumb in the back, okay? So here was our C. We have our thumb. We had the center. Here's C. I remove my thumb. and I've got the D. And that's fun because then I can sound like a little chirping bird. Ready? It's kind of a fun thing to do, going from C to D. Yes, parents, you can thank me later for that one. All right. So, when I play my song, When the Saints Go Marching In, what is the first thing I'm going to do? Do you remember how we broke it down? I'm going to look at my time signature. I'm in 4/4. And I'm going to count my beats so that I know what beat do I start on. Well, it's starting out with only 3 notes, but I'm in 4. So that's telling me that there's probably a note at the end by itself, because this is actually beat 1. So this is beat 2, 3, 4. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to write in below the notes, or below the notes. Let's see, do I want to go below or above? What did I do on my last one? I'm going to check. Good. I'm going to do it below. I'm going to write my counting in, and I'm going to start on beat 2, 3, 4. And I'm just going to put that right in my music so I know I'm going to count 2, 3, 4, 1. And on that whole note, I'm going to hold that for 2, 3, 4, and all the way through the next beat 1. Do you see? I tied it over. Do you see this line? It means to tie this note to this one. So I'm going to hold it all the way through. Down here at the bottom, it's talking to us about what that means. It says, a tie is a curved line which connects the notes of the same pitch. Only the first note is played, so you only tongue the first note, and then you hold for the total value of the connected notes. So in this example, they're showing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, because it's a dotted half with a half note. So this would equal actually 5 beats long, right? That I would hold that pitch. How about the next example? 4 beats plus only 1. Again, it's 5 beats, but it's written differently. A whole note for 4 and a quarter note for 1. Now, I wouldn't count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because I'm only in 4/4 time. I got to count to 4 and start over again with 1. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's going to keep me on the beat. So up here at the top, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then I'm going to take a quick breath, because there's my breath mark, right? And then I'm going to come back in. 2, 3, 4, same pattern. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. And I'm holding them out again. And I'm writing in my pattern. I hope you're working with your pencil. Hey, I started on beat 2 again. I see a pattern here. 2, 3, 4, same thing I did from the beginning. When I get to line 2 though, they're going to try and fool me. I've got half notes. So I'm going to do 1, 2. Do you remember how we hold 2? And then beat 3, hold 4. I've got 2 more half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, there's a whole note with a tie, and I'm tying it to beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So I'm going to write that down. Remember, I'm holding beats 2, 3, 4, and beat 1 of the next measure. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then a half note, 2, 3. I'm going to hold that for 2 beats, and then beat 4 is on the word I. Then I've got 2 beats. Oh, excuse me, I didn't see the dot. I've got 3 beats here, don't I? Above the word want. So I've got 1, 2, hold 2 and 3, and then beat 4. And then the final measure, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I should have it written in like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next line. 1 quarter note, and then a dotted half note beats 2, 3, and 4, tied to a half note. Man, that means I'm going to be holding it 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then beats 3 and 4. This is going to be fun. And then on the word saints, 1, 2, half note, go, 3, 4, half note, march, 1, 2, ing, 3, 4, and then finally the word in is 4 beats plus 1 beat because we have that last beat. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so take a look at the counting. I want you just to take a minute, pause this, and write your counting in. That's going to help you more than anything. This is a tricky counting song. Pause and write it in. I'm going to go on now. The next thing I'm going to do, since I just counted it, is I'm going to clap my counting. Do you remember how we did our quarter notes? 1, 2, 3, 4. How about our half notes? 1, 2, 3, 4. How about our whole notes? 1, 2, 3, 4. And what about our dotted half notes? We have 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Now the tricky part is we might be holding over to the next measure because we're tied. So I might have a whole note plus a quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. But that would be sounding beat 1. So I would want to hold through beat 1. Let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we play the first line, okay? Let's start together on line 1 and clap it. You ready? And count it out loud with me. Ready? Begin. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Second line, half notes. Half, half, half. Here comes the whole note on in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the dotted 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go marching in. 2, 3, 4, 1. Now, when I got to line 2, I had to keep going because I was like, wow, if I stop now, it's going to be too crazy to pick it up. But I think what would be really good is to start with line 2 now, and I'm going to say the words and think the numbers. Let's see if that helps me. You ready? I'm going to say saints, go. You ready? Let's do it. Half notes. Saints, go, marching in. Oh, I want to be in that number when the saints go marching in. Okay, now, I'm sure that was hard for you. Okay, it was hard for me. But if I practice the clapping, the counting of the song will be much easier when I'm trying to play it and finger it at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to go through it a couple times. You're going to go through it with me, and we're just going to try and keep on clapping. Quarter note, half note, whole, maybe plus 1 for 1. Okay, dotted half, 2, 3, 4. We might have to hold it all the way through 4 like we do on the second line. I want. Actually, that's just 3 because beat 4 is actually a quarter note. Okay, let's do it together. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in. Now, where did you have the most trouble? Was it on the second line when it says, oh, I want? That was tricky right there. They put in this little thing called syncopation by adding that dotted half note, and it can really throw you off. So let's practice that, okay? O starts on beat 2 because we just finished in. So let's start on in and then be on beat 2. So in, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh, I want 2, 3, 4. Be in that number. When the 1, 2 go for marching. In, 2, 3, 4, hold. Man, this is going to be fun, okay? This is not an easy one. I would practice your clapping and counting at least 4 or 5 more times before we went on, okay? What's the next thing you do? Write in your notes. Okay, so I'm taking my handy dandy pencil. I'm looking now at my notes and I'm saying 1, 2, second line. Remember my poems. Elephants go backwards doing flips. F-A-C-E for the spaces. I'm on the second line. Elephants go. G for go. I'm going to write my G above my number. I'm on the second note. I know it's on the 1, 2, third line. Okay? Elephants go B backwards. I've got a G, I've got a B. My next note, line or space. Is there a line through its head? Nope, it's a space. Is it space 1, 2, 3, or 4? Is it F, A, C, or E? I hope you said it. Let's see if you did. And the next one, line or space. I see a line through its head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line 4. Okay. Elephants go backwards doing. D for doing. Did you write it down? And you're going to hold your D all the way through because it's the same as this note, isn't it? I sometimes make a little arrow so I know to hold that. If I notice my G, B, C, D, I see a pattern there because when I get here, it's the same pattern. G, B, C, D. Are you noticing a pattern? G, B, C, D. Fold it through. Look at my next note. G, B, C. My pattern did not stop until now. When I get to the next line, I'm going to play that D that I played before, but it's going to be shorter. It's only going to be 2 beats long. And then I'm going to pop down to the line below it. Can you go backwards? Flips, doing, backwards, go, elephants. Doesn't make much sense that way, but sometimes music goes that way. So we had a D and we're going down to the B. So this would be from D to B, from that line, the 4th line, to the 3rd line. And now look, it continues going backwards. We're going to line 2. You already know what that is. Going. And then I'm just comparing. I already wrote that note. Look, it's the same. I I've got to start using some comparing strategies, because as it gets more complicated, my eyes and my brain will go, yep, 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 same, just did that, go it again, do it again, do it again. It's kind of like playing a video game. If you're playing the game, you've seen something before, you develop some strategies, don't you? Line or space? Which one? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Space 2. I hope you already have it written down before I finish. And remember, you're going to hold it through all the way to the next one. Did you say A? I hope you did. And then we're going to go just like we did before. B, A, G. You should recognize those numbers, those letters, because they are what you've been playing on this recorder forever. B, A, and G. And then we got the same pitch again. It's on the second line, it's on the second line. It's got a different count, but it's the same pitch. It's still a G. Even if it's a half note or a quarter note, it's still the letter G. And then we're going to play our B and our D. Now I'm noticing it's kind of creating that G, B, D pattern a lot. And then they kind of throw in a C every now and then to make me think, right? Okay, I'm finishing writing in my notes. If you need to turn off your computer or pause it and finish writing in your notes, please do that so that you can get all of them correct. You do not want to be playing notes that are incorrect, because if you practice it wrong, you'll always play it wrong, won't you? So I'm going to put that up there. Notes are on the top, counting's on the bottom. Now would be a good time to pause it and write down your letter names. Don't rely on mine. Do it yourself. I'll be here when you get back. Alrighty. So now I've got my letter names written in. I've got my counting written in. What's the next step? Do you remember? We've already practiced the clapping with the counting. And so now we need to work on our letter names. And in order to do that, we get our recorder and we are going to finger and speak our letter names. So I see G, B right here. I see G, B, C, D. So I'm going to practice on my chin. I've got my home base position. G, B, new note, C with the thumb, and then thumb away for D. I'm going to try that pattern again. G, B, C, D, thumbs away, right? And I repeat that. How many times do I repeat that? G, B, C, D, G, B, C, D, G, B, C, D. On the third time, I don't hold the D as long, but I do it 3 times in a row. So here I go. G, B, C, D, thumbs not there, hold it out. G, B, C, D, one more. G, B, C, D, and then I go to B. So from D, B down to G, okay? So I just did my first line and I'm starting line 2 now, okay? So on line 2, I'm gonna start with D, D, sorry, I gotta take my thumb away. D, B, G, B, A, hold down, all right? Now, rather than go through the whole song and try and do all the letters and then you're like, I don't know where I am, do the first 3 and play the first 3. You've already practiced fingering them. Let's hear what they sound like. G, B, C, D. I'm going to play that pattern. Okay. Low, high, high, higher. Okay, I should hear that in my head and go, oh, okay, it's going up. Because remember, C and D are getting higher. I'm going to play it again. So remember the last one? I'm going from D to B. I'm going down there. All right? That was pretty good of Miss G. Let's do it together. Same thing again. And on that one, I'm only holding it 2. Now, one thing that's happening with me, and probably, hopefully with you too, is you're starting to feel the beat. Because I can feel myself counting and my knees wiggling. 2, 3, because my foot is tapping. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could even do it slower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And I liked it better slower because I could really count and I had time to move my fingers. Okay? When I got to line 2, I had to think ahead and look at my notes. D, B, G, B, A. I should practice that pattern and just sing it and finger it. D, B, G, B, A. Let's play it. Oops, I didn't take my thumb away. Did you hear? Let's do it again. I'll sing it and finger it. You play it. Ready? Thumbs away. D, B, G, B, A. Right? So when we practice, we don't go, I'm going to do the whole song again, still making the same mistakes, whole song. Nope. I've done my 3 the same at the beginning. I've added my pattern D, B, G, B, A. And now I'm going to put those things together before I go on. I'm not going to go on now because I still don't know that other part all that well. So I'm going to do my 3 the same. G, B, C, D, right? 3 patterns of G, B, C, D. And then the last pattern, D, B, G, B, A. And I'm going to hold it through. You ready? I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, that's how the first section goes. Then I look at my next part. Oh, I want to be in that number. I'm going to do that. That's a new phrase. So far I've had 3 phrases. Oh, when the saints, oh, when the saints, oh, when the saints go marching in. Okay, now I'm adding the next phrase. Oh, I want to be in that number. This is the 4th phrase. Okay, so here's the 4th phrase. Let's just say the notes in rhythm, starting with the B. B, A, G, 2, 3, 4, B, D, 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 C. Now, that's going to be a tricky section, isn't it? I think that's the hardest section of all. Okay, let's slow it way down. 1, we're starting with the word O. It's on a B, so I'm going to already have it fingered. Don't forget on want, you're going to hold it 3 beats, and then 4 is going to be the same note on 2. Here we go. The word 2, not the count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. O, A, G, G, B, D, 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 C, E. Remember, that one's a pretty long hold. I got 3 plus 2. It's 5 beats on the burr of number. Okay? I'm going to play it this time. Oh, I want to be in that number. I'm starting with B. I've already heard beat 1 because on in we held through beat 1. Now we are on word O on beat 2. 2, 3, 4, 1. Same thing. 2, 3, 4, 1. Just in my head and I just kept going. How does that last phrase go? When the saints go marching in, that will be phrase 5, won't it? Because we've got, oh, when the saints, phrase 1, go marching in, phrase 2. Oh, when the saints go marching in, that's 3. Oh, I want to be in that number, that's 4. When the saints go marching in, phrase 5, let's finger it. When the saints go marching in, the very last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 measures. Starting on B. When the, it's hard to take that off when I have to kind of balance it down here. Let's do it again. B, C, D, B, G, A, G, 2, 3, 4, 1. I kind of noticed when I hold my recorder out like this, I don't have anything to balance it on. So if my fingers go over a little, don't copy that. Just trying to hold on to my recorder out here for you so you can see it. Here we go again. Say your letters. Starting with when the saints go marching in, phrase 5, starting on B. 1, 2. When the saints go, G, A, G, 2, 3, 4, 1. Aren't musicians amazing? We are saying words in our head, we are counting in our head, and we are doing letters in our head, and we are fingering notes, we are blowing air. We are amazing. That's like, or I can't do this part. Try it. It'll make you a better musician. Also messes up your hair. Alrighty, let's do the last phrase playing it this time. Starting with when the saints go marching in. On a quarter note, we've beat 1 and 2. We're held with burr of number. Now we're on saints, beat 3. 1, 2. Oh, sorry, we're on when. Sorry. Ready? 1, 2. Sit up so I could give some good air. It was starting to wiggle like my voice when I don't get enough air. Okay? Now, I'm going to play phrase 4 and 5. Am I going to go back to the beginning yet? No. I'm going to do, oh, I want to be in that number when the saints go marching in. So I'm on phrase number 4 and 5, starting with O. I'm on beat 2. I've got my B fingered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now, I just played those 2 phrases. I go back to the beginning. I add my first, second phrase to those 2, and I should have my song. Let's try it. I had to do a Slurpee. You guys know about Slurpees. Got to get that saliva back where it belongs and not coming out my recorder all over my pretty dress. Here we go. Starting on beat 2, I'll give you 4 plus 1, and then we're starting at the beginning. I'm going to go slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Boy, that takes a lot of air. I had to breathe in some places where there weren't breath marks because we were taking it pretty slow, okay? Did anybody hear my mistake? I made a mistake at the end of line 2 on the words in that. I believe I went, let me think. Yeah, I played on the word in, I played a C instead of 2 Ds in a row. Okay, so even teachers make mistakes. We don't go, ah! We go, oh, that's all right. I liked it that way for this time. Next time I'm not going to make that same mistake. Boys and girls, that's how we practice. We take a little bit at a time, one section, and we go through each part. We don't just kind of plow through, I'm going to play this 52 times, because you keep playing it incorrectly. Start with your counting. Write it in. Clap it. Then add your letters. Finger one section at a time, speaking your notes and fingering your recorder. Do your first phrase, then play through your first phrase, then do your second phrase, play through your second phrase, and go back and play the first and second phrase. Then do your third phrase, play your third phrase. Go back and do the first, second, and third phrase, and so on. Don't just keep trying to play through. When you've practiced all of the phrases individually, then you go back and you put it together. When you're ready, it will be a lot better for you than just keep on going, okay? And it's okay to stop and take a break in between. I need to come back to this later. It's okay to turn off the video. Restart it, practice what you've already done. Musicians practice a lot, and we don't just do it one time. We keep on practicing. I'm going to practice those 2 Ds a lot before Thursday because I don't want to make that mistake when I see you on Zoom. I'll be looking forward to seeing you with your teacher on Thursday, okay? In the meantime, blue belts. If you haven't gotten your other belts, go back and check those videos out too. All right, guys, I hope you have a super week. And I'll be excited to see you on Thursday. Bye-bye now.